Hey, and welcome back to Brad Tragick once again. Another video. Um, wow. First off, I think I went out yesterday and I took a night off of work. Spent time with the family, like I do every once in a while. And a lot of people give me criticism for it because they think I'm just, taking a night off. And maybe I am, but, you know, every once in a while I need a break. And the monotony of what I do at work, which is basically sit behind a computer and then go get product and see if I can, put it into the system. And if I can't put it in the system, it goes back onto the shelf until I can put it in the system. So, I get a break from the monotony. So last night, we went a bunch of places. We went to halfpricebooks.com. Um, and it's odd how they price their items because, I mean, I understand they have to make a profit. But when you like really overprice your merchandise, it really makes people like pull items off the shelf and go, well, I would like to own this, but I'm not going to pay that much for a used piece of product. Put it back. So it almost felt like I was almost kind of at work when I was there last night. Anyway, um, yeah, they had all the Blu-rays, but they were used, and they wanted like $10 a piece, and it's like, well, that's fine, but some are actually like, I mean, a lot of them are like really cheap on Amazon.com. So why, when you buy it there, when you buy it, Amazon.com, even with shipping, that's probably more, it's cheaper. Um, Probably about $3 or $4. And if you're gonna save $3 or $4, even with the shipping, then you might as well just get on Amazon. So, um, but they did have some, and even the ones with not the original casing, they were even trying to get like $10 off it. It's like they don't even have the original casing. Um, and then after that, before that, we went to Babies R Us because I do have a kid, and we're looking at car seats and everything. And we didn't end up purchasing one, but that's irrelevant. But Babies R Us is pretty good, but they are really overpriced on everything. Um, and it gets me because you go to Toys R Us, Babies R Us. They're basically they have everything. They have a huge selection of what you want broken down into the like toys. The Babies R Us more toward the the baby side of it. Um, I'm pretty sure they own another store, but I can't remember what it is. But they have a great selection, but it's like their prices are like outrageous. They're like $2 more than everybody else for the most part, and I don't understand why. They do have a rewards card, but I mean I use it, but I don't see the point in it because like you'll get coupons in the mail sometimes, and they'll say, oh well, if you spend $50, you get a 20% coupon. What? Anyway, but that's about the only coupon they give you ever. Like if anything else, this is like stupid. Something where you have to pay like $30 on something uh, or more is the only coupons you ever get. So it's kind of confusing. It's like in this economy, you'd think these people would try and kind of lower their prices, where everyone's about the same, but they're always like way higher, and they have a huge selection. The places with the huger selections, they tend to charge more today in this economy. It's kind of weird. Even at the mall, it's like that's kind of weird because they charge like a lot of stuff. It's like they're there with a lot of stores, so I guess they figured that they can charge more, and that's why a lot of malls, I believe, has died out because before then, well, I mean they're still doing it, so they didn't really change anything. Uh, they were still doing it, and a lot of malls died out because of that. Because people weren't going to pay that much to go to a mall, and first and foremost, a lot of malls didn't have that many as good as shops as what like where we go, Florence, Kentucky, for the most part, and do our shopping. Um, they don't have as many as shops as they do in that mall, or they have better shops in that. Oh my God, I can't say it right. They have better shops in that mall than any other mall we've probably been in. I mean, there's some ones I think in Ohio. Tri County Mall, I believe, has some good ones, but I don't know how that mall's doing now. So I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, so things are like that. And then from there we went to Meyer. Meyer is really good too. Meyer is they're very and they are very awkward on their prices because this is another store where they have a huge selection, and I'm not saying they have a huge selection of everything, but some things they'll have different products of where you don't see them in other stores. Like in their electronics department, they don't sell computers. What I've seen, they don't sell computers. Um, They only sell. I don't think they even sell monitors or anything like that. They do sell some, computer stuff, but for the most part, they stay away from that. Um, but they have some DVDs. I don't see other places, and they have some they have TVs there that I don't see other places sometimes. But they do have a lot of things. They have a huge, like, what do you call that? Pillows and stuff like that. They have a big, they have a kind of a selection, good selection of that. They have a good selection of clothes and things like that. So they have selection. Their food, grocery side's really good too. But their prices are just a little bit higher than everybody else's, and that's I think that's what hurts them. It's like they do have deals every once in a while. Where you can get certain things, but this gets down to it is that some people they're just not catching on to the economy, and that's what's hurting the economy is that the gas situation is what's doing this, and that's what is coming off of everything. So the gas situation in this economy is hurting everything. It's causing this. So the gas is causing everything to spike up, in which is causing us, the consumer, to really buckle down and not be able to get everything we want. So in turn, you're seeing some of your favorite stores that you had to choose not to go to in order to get your daily items, because you have to get your what you need, your needs. Your wants can wait, and that's what is hurting, because some of these stores that we didn't want to close, we had no choice, because we had to pick between things we need and things we would like to have, and we had to pick the things we need. So that's what hurts the society. When the gas situation and people and the government decides to step in and do something about this, and it's going to lead to another war. That's the only sad thing. I mean, like we had this. I don't know what this was. It wasn't a war where they had troops going over there. I don't really think it was a war. It wasn't a war. Nothing was accomplished by it. It was almost worse than people are going to look back on this, and it's going to be almost as bad as Vietnam. It's not going to be as bad as Vietnam, but they're going to look back and say, what the hell is that for? And people are going to say nothing, absolutely nothing. The only thing that was accomplished was that Saddam Hussein was taken down from power. That's the only thing. The only thing. Osama bin Laden didn't even get this. It had nothing to do with him. It started out being something to do with him, and then we didn't even catch him during that time. We started relieving troops, and then after that, we found him. It's like, are you kidding me? So that had nothing to do with, the war had nothing to do with that. It started out had to do with that, but then Saddam Hussein, got taken from power basically kind of from this. But that's the only thing. And now that we basically said it's over, it's kind of weird. So, yeah. That's what's causing all this, prices going higher. Everything revolves around the gas situation. And I don't think nobody realized that the fuel that gets, and even diesel has gone higher than we're paying for gas, unleaded consumers and things like that. And I'm sure there's some consumers out there that use diesel, so that's really hurting them. But yeah, it's just as a consumer, you see the gas prices rise, and you're like, oh man, here we go again. And when you see them lower, you kind of get comfortable because maybe the prices will kind of start to go back down. But now that we see the gas prices going back up, we know that the prices of everything is going to start to go up again, because it's just that's how it works. It's like they have to pay that much gas to transport it. They're going to start charging more charging people more to have to pay the truck driver to travel. The company, trucking companies have to charge the vendors or whatever like that to pay the truck driver. So, they're going to have to buckle down, and they're going to have to raise their prices again. So I think we've seen kind of a drop in the prices in the grocery stores, but now we're going to see them go up again, because they're going to go back up to where if any of the products had dropped down, which some of them stayed, because I don't think that they were safe, that the economy was okay yet, so they left them there. Some of them did drop down, and you're going to see an influx of them going back up. That, or you get a product that is now not as good. And that's what, is really trying to hurt, I think the health of the economy. So going from that, I'm just going to talk about some stores, and about these stores. Last night we also went to Target. Target is notorious. They've been around for I don't know how long. But Target is like a virus. I think some of these people, the higher class people, because I know a lot of people with money who don't really have to worry about some of the situations. But everybody has to deal with the gas situation. Everybody has to deal about the fund situation, about the fund situation, in which the money is affecting us. It's like the gas money is affecting us as a whole because even my stepmom, who has an amazing job, even she's talking about, how it's affecting her, blah, 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 because, she's used to, going out to eat, like, at least, 2 or 3 times a week, things like that, and, they just, they can't do it anymore. Or if they do, you have to go to cheaper places, or, they pick cheaper things like that. So, it does affect people like that. But going to Target, it's like a disease for these people because, like, they go out and they spend this money at Target. And I mean, I'll admit, I go there, we buy stuff every once in a while, but we have to find something we want. We really like. There's been some movies that have been on sale. We go there, we get them, but we don't go there and buy, like a big item for the most part. We did buy, I believe, our car seat there, our original car seat there, and we'll get to where we bought that car seat later on. Oh, actually, no, we bought it at Meyer. So we already talked about Meyer. I got the car seat at Meyer. Anyway, good car seat. But yeah, we do buy that because they do have good quality items. So we want good quality items, go to Target. Because they do charge a lot of money for like almost everything. So you go there, you're expecting to pay a little bit more than what you usually do. Some things are about the same. They're kind of on par with Walmart somewhat with their prices, but some things are just a little pricier. Their clothes are a lot nicer than what Walmart has. So a lot of times I do find myself buying a lot more of my clothes at Target nowadays. If I do happen to find a cool shirt, I'll fork down the money and buy it because I think I bought my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt there, and I got some other shirt there in the past, and I got my son a few shirts. So we bought my son a lot of clothes there lately because they've got a lot of the deals there. Clothes for kids. So yeah. And then from there, we really didn't go, I don't think, anywhere else. We didn't go to Walmart last night. We were going to go to Walmart, but we went shopping crazy last night and didn't go to Walmart. Yeah, that trip is inevitable. You have to go to Walmart no matter what. Every time you get paid, it's like you have to go there for something. And Walmart is pretty good. I'll talk about Walmart. Walmart is pretty good. The two places I go to in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, or Aurora, Indiana, whatever you want to call it, Aurora, Indiana, and in Florence, Kentucky, they're pretty good. They're, well, customer service and everything aside, but they are pretty good. I like their selections and everything. They sometimes you kind of wonder about the prices, but usually they're pretty reasonable. Usually they're the aspect to where everybody kind of controls their pricing around. Where, well, Walmart has this, we got to charge at least a couple dollars higher because we're not Walmart. Yeah, but everybody shopped at Walmart, and now since they have the ship to store thing, where basically you can have anything shipped to any store, and you can go pick it up. I mean, how awesome is that? I mean, yeah, you can get it off Amazon, but sometimes you can't just go pick it up at the store at Amazon. You have to wait for it to ship to you, blah blah. I mean, I love Amazon. I work for the company, so I can't hate it. So, I love Amazon. You can find anything on Amazon, ship to you, whatever, and it's going to that because a lot of people don't want to deal with customer service, which has become horrible in America. Yes, customer service is horrible in America. It's coming to that. Everybody hates their jobs. The economy is sucking right now, so everybody hates their jobs because everybody has to settle for jobs now. And everybody is settling to work in the jobs of service. So therefore, we are having horrible customer service in America. And I'm sure other countries are probably having the same thing. But yes, here in America, customer service has been downgraded. I'm telling you, everywhere. Everywhere. You may get an occasional person at a fast food joint that is okay. But the next time you go in there, you'll have another cashier or somebody or a waitress or something that's horrible. No matter what, wherever you go, customer service, horrible. Doesn't matter where you go. If you find a place, let me know where it's at. It's probably not in the state of Indiana or Kentucky. Thank you. I'm not done. Anyway, so this leads me to another question. With all the, the gas going up, the prices skyrocketing, what what is, you would think, and this is just my thought, you would think there would be a lot more secondhand kind of type stores. So we have half price books, we have Once Upon a Child, which is rising. If you've never heard of Once Upon a Child, get ready because I'm sure there's one going to be built near you soon because they're doing pretty good. They're probably doing really good. They should have stock already. If they don't have stock, then they need to get publicly traded. Which I don't know if half price books are. I don't know if they're like they should though because they're pretty well known. Um, I think if you haven't heard of halfpricebooks.com or half price books or you haven't heard of Once Upon a Child, you probably will soon. So yeah, they're amazing stores. Half price books sells books, DVDs. They mainly focus with the books, but they sell DVDs for cheap. They have like $1, $2, $3 DVDs. Basically I think the ones that they haven't been able to sell for a while, they put them down there. They also have other DVDs that are kind of higher price. They usually go up to about $6 on their used DVDs. They have TV seasons and things where they charge a little bit higher. You can probably get cheaper on Amazon, all the DVDs and everything. They have vinyls in there, they have cassettes, they have CDs, they have comic books, they have computer games. Not really good computer games, crappy computer games. I wouldn't buy computer games for me. I used to. They have calendars, they have things like that. They have a little bit of everything. But pretty good. Now, Once Upon a Child, they sell everything basically related to kids. So anything from they sell a lot of toys that basically from like I'd probably say about 10 or probably about I guess 6 or 7 and down. What kind of toys they really carry. They do carry figures, so figures can go quite a while. They can go. I don't know what age usually figures are in. Hell, I was playing figures when I was like 15 years old, so I don't really know what the age range on those are. Um, um, so, and then they got books and some DVDs, a little bit of half-price books too, but not huge, not just like a little bit section that they have. And they're really overpriced. They're like $5 for a used DVD. It's like something stupid, like Mickey Mouse goes to China, and it's like a 30-minute video or something. They're kind of weird on their prices sometimes, but they do have a huge selection. I mean, usually they try and keep up. The only thing is they're really picky. I mean, usually the ones we go to, they're usually pretty damn picky at what they buy. So, a lot of times we've had bad luck, and a lot of times lately we just given up on trying to go there because they haven't really bought anything. We'll take like a big ticket item in there and try and get some money out of it. A lot of times they do buy the big ticket items, but when it comes down to like clothes, it's like it's hard as hell to get anything to sell to them because they'll nitpick at everything. If they see barely like a little stain, they won't take it. So it's a great place to go and get used clothing, but when you try and sell to them, it's like Half price books, on the other hand, they'll actually give you a decent price, But if you don't really want the items anymore, basically, I think if what happens is they give you a price for them, but if they're not going to sell them in their store, I think they just end up donating them or putting them on Amazon probably. They do work at Amazon. I did figure that out. I think I've told you that in the previous video. If you haven't, go look at my rant section or some other video I put. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so with me talking about those stores, you think there'd be a lot more pawn shops as well. And here in where I live, they have one pawn shop in Greensburg, Indiana. And if there's another one, hey, let me know, because I think there may be one on the outskirts of Greensburg that in bumfuck Egypt, but and there's one in Greendale, Indiana. They shut down one in Aurora, Indiana, to have a sign shop. And to that guy who lost his store in Aurora, I would like to say, you're a dumbass. Because I went in and tried to sell him 10 or 12 DVDs, and he turned me down. Yes, he didn't buy one. He said he would give me a quarter for one DVD, I believe that's what he said. Anyway. And then I went down to the other store, and they bought all of them. Except for maybe, I think, like one. It was probably the one I think that he wasn't even going to buy. Or he was actually going to give me a quarter for. So it's like, so I went down and just got the quarter. Yeah, he was really weird. He didn't know how to run a store. But I think that's what's happened with the pawn shops. And like, even with that store down there, they learn, DVDs is their thing to draw people in. They have lower priced DVDs. and they'll buy like a lot of DVDs and they just shove them in their store, and people will come in to look at the DVDs, and I think, in hoping that they look at other things. And I have noticed other things in the store when I go in there to look at the DVDs. And I don't get down there very often because it's really in a congested area. If they were to kind of move a little bit down the street, it would be a little bit better, somewhere, anywhere. But it's like really in a congested area, and it's really hard to get out of the area. You have to go like a freaking detour just to get around the big ass huge traffic problem, because you can't turn left out of there. When you get out of there, you have to turn right. It's guaranteed. So I could never go there before work and try and get to work on time, because I would have to take a big old detour just to go around. So always when a day off, but yeah. So with that, it just kind of gets me odd that pawn shops are kind of dying off. But I think that, like I'm just starting to say, is they haven't evolved. They need to evolve. They need to work with the internet. Either eBay, Amazon. They need to start working with them. Some DVDs or things that they haven't sold. They need to get on there, start selling their littler items. Some of these movies and stuff, they could like get rid of them like quick if they put them online. And then they could buy stuff from people when they bring them in. Because I know at some point pawn shops, like the older style pawn shops, they'll say, well, we can't take any more because we had too much of them. You have the internet. You have the internet, guys. I mean, you got to start using that. That's what evolution is all about. Evolution is all about people, using what's at their disposal. And as a business standpoint, Amazon, eBay, hell, you can open up your own e-commerce store and advertise it, and you can have it shipped to people if people don't want to leave the house. So there you go. I mean, people didn't want to leave the house to come to your store. They could get online, order it, and you would actually ship it to them, or a delivery service, something like that. I mean, there's things you have to evolve as a business. And pawn shops, I just think in general, like there needs to be someone come up with a franchise for a pawn shop to come out and say, this is what you should do, this is what you need to do, blah 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 blah. Have a website, franchise, have a website. And I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, Half Price Books is kind of like that, but they don't have a website. You can't go buy things at their website, which is kind of bizarre to me. Anyway, they have a website, and it basically shows you nothing. It's like shows you like places to donate to, and that's it. It's like, seriously? I think that's how they started, but I don't know. But it's kind of odd. And it is kind of weird to me that secondhand stores have, kind of dived, and right now, Amazon is thriving on something called Fulfilled by Amazon. And it's what people basically send their stuff in to be sold. And it's not used. It's not all used. There is some used product in there, but for the most part, it's people selling like random shit. Like, I got a brand new bag of socks. I'm going to send it to Amazon to sell. It's like things like that. And it's like, you think in today's world, pawn shops would figure out like, hey, I could sell this online. No, they haven't figured it out. They're dumbstruck. I don't know what's going on. People, I think, are just so fed up with the economy they can't concentrate, and they're just worried about making money. But they don't worry about other aspects of trying to make money, and that's what I think is hurting the economy too. Because if we need money, a lot of people, we know we can go to a pawn shop and sell something. Now it's like, where do we go? We can't go anywhere. We have to maybe try and get a friend, try and sell it online, or Craigslist, which it's all based around the internet. Now, because pawn shops are going defunct, they're not around anymore. I mean, if you happen to have a flea market around you, sometimes some flea market people will buy things off of people, but there's not really any of those around. I think there's one around here. Actually, there's one in this city I'm living in right now, which is a pretty small city. Some people who have like regular garage sales, they might buy stuff off of you, but they're going to give you like a rock bottom price, like really rock bottom price, probably like 50% less than what you want them to pay for it. But yeah. So yeah, and also something else. The last thing I'm going to talk about is generic product versus actual brand products, and I actually had someone mentioned something about this at work, and said that their boyfriend wouldn't buy. He has a trouble buying generic things because he doesn't want to eat them, drink them, whatever. And it's like, are you serious? And I have noticed there is some generic things that are looking horrible, But I mean, if you find the right things, you may have to go to a few stores, But a lot, me and my wife were, and we are still pretty good at it, but we've kind of slacked on it lately because some of the stores we used to go to, it's just we can't really get to them anymore. When we were living in Muncie, we had access to the Dollar Tree, we had access to the Family Dollar, we had access to Dollar General, we had access to Walmart, Aldi's, and all these stores are really good. Like you want to buy products, split your time up in all these. You can even Kroger has great. Kroger has the cheapest pop anywhere. If you like pop, if you're addicted to pop, if you like Coke, vanilla Coke, things like that. If you like cherry Coke, if you like Dr Pepper, they have an off brand of those. You do not have to buy the name brand. We need to show these freaking higher brands that just because they're a brand pop, that they don't need to charge you $400. They charge you like $2 or $3 more than what Kroger does for their most generic brand most of the time. And it's like, what the hell? It's like, are you kidding me? And some idiots are buying them. That's the thing that's pissing me off. It's like, until society learns that they're gonna look at price and go, I am not paying that because that is ridiculous. That's when then the company will go down. They'll have to start charging cheaper. That's the thing. It's like they'll either charge cheaper or they're going to just, basically just stop going to that store to put their pop in there. And after a while, the company's going to have to lower their price, or they're going to have to do something, And I don't know what the answer would be. I don't know if the answer would be the companies hiring their own drivers, things like that, or giving them better benefits, in a way besides of paying them extra for the gas or things like that. I don't know. Something's gonna have to be done in the economy, but basically, I just want to do a video about all this stuff. Comment down below, kind of a rant, I guess I could say, um, about what's going on in society, the economy, what's going on. Not really a huge rant, but people be pissed off. But I will say a rant here at the end. Oh my God, for God's sakes, people ride on my ass one more fucking time. Mm, mm. If somebody is slow, do not ride on their fucking ass. It does not make them go faster. If you're one of the ones that's going faster when somebody gets on your ass, knock it off. It's not working. It's not helping us people who don't want to go fast. People ride on our asses. We will go the fucking speed limit. If you don't like it, go the fuck around us. Yes, that's my rant for this rant video. What else can I rant about? I'm almost at 30 minutes. Might as well do it. What else can I yell about? Get mad about? Come on. Come on. What about random cats in the damn street? Keep your damn cats in the fucking house. Who has a stray cat? Seriously. Who has a cat that's roamed the fucking streets? I've been wondering about this too. It's like I see cats like running all around. I'm in the country, for God's sakes. I understand. Okay, there's gonna be some cats out. Freaking seriously, like I've seen like 5. I can understand a couple, but seriously, you have a fucking like a den of them or a litter of them on outside, like freaking in the country. Like it's like, why are they outside? Keep your cats inside. If you can't keep your cat outside, get rid of them. Seriously. Jesus. Ugh, annoying. Stray animals kind of make me mad. This is like, how they got there. Either they broke free, and don't tell me people don't see the damn animals. It's like, I see them all the damn time. And the same ones. So, what the hell? Yeah. Another thing, last thing I will comment about is, why are cops trying to pull people over in the middle of the damn interstate? Yeah, the dumbest thing ever. I'm trying to get to work. I'm not in a hurry. I mean, I'm gonna make it to work. But a cop decides to pull a semi over while he was in the middle of the freaking highway. Or not a highway. Yeah, I guess it was a highway. It's not an interstate. It was a highway. Let me see this. Three-lane highway, majorly busy, and the cop is behind him with his lights flashing. Are you kidding me? I think you might want to wait till he gets somewhere else to pull him over. Just saying. So the semi's trying to get over. It was a big mess because nobody could get over. So, oh my God. So annoying. So annoying. Oh my God. But, yeah. Seriously. Cops are sometimes a little bit irritating sometimes. Doing that crap. And they do it a lot. They'll pull somebody over and stay in one lane of a road. And it's like, why are you doing this? Have them pull off to a freaking restaurant. And they do it in Lawrenceburg all the damn time. And Greendale and Aurora, they're all the same. They do it all the damn time. Why do they do it? I don't understand. Why can't they have them, have a foghorn and say, pull in the dirt, pull in Taco Bell, pull in the Bob Evans, or something like that. Don't say, just get out of the car and say, give me your information. You kidding me? In the middle of freaking, I hope you get hit, alright? I have no sympathy for any cops to get out of the road on the highway like that and get hit because they're stupid. They should have told them to pull off into another area. It's just dumb. We know they have megaphones. They can use them. So I really don't have no sympathy for any cop that gets hit on the highway because if they do it, and if they did it the right way, I have sympathy for them. But if they didn't do it the right way, and they're pulling them over in the middle of a damn road, in the middle of a lane of a road, I have no sympathy for them because they should know better. If they are doing that, then they should not have become a cop, first of all. So definitely that, or they're too old to be a cop. Or they're stupid. How about that? Yeah. And then, yeah, that's about it. I don't really got anything else to talk about. I went a little bit over 30 minutes, but it's fine. So comment down below. Sorry I talked too long. I don't know if anybody even watches these videos anymore, but, I make them anyway, because I figure someday some people will go back and watch these videos. So, there you go. There's been my rant, talking about random stuff, stores, the economy, gas, pawn shops, secondhand stores, whatever you want to call it. So thank you. Continue watching. Subscribe up above. It's over there, over here, that direction, and down there. Comment. Please comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm stupid. Tell me if I'm dumbass. If you're a cop, I'm sorry. I love you still. Anyway, all right. Later, people. Bye. See you next time for another Brad Tragick video.